You're all welcome to this session. You're welcome. Shall we begin? Who would like to start? Who?
I can't. I can't at all. I can't let him come close to my daughter. It's not too much to ask.
Okay. Miss God, calm down. Please be calm. What can't you and who can't you? Has there been a threat to your daughter's life?
My husband. Yes, Steve. His closeness to my daughter, I see it as a threat. And it's not even funny. My father was a monster. He constantly humiliates me and takes advantage of me. I was only 5 years old. And all I felt was pain, hatred, threats from somebody I call my father. I thought he was my father. My mom, all she was all about was our husband. I never pay attention to me. Even when I told her about the signs, but no, she was carried away. I was my dad's best choice, and 17, I had 3 abortions. 3 abortions at my age. All I wanted was love. All I wanted was love. But
Mrs. Gold, please put yourself together.
it was paid.
Wow. I wish I had the love, the care and attention of a parents. I must say your daughter is even lucky. At least she won't end up just like me.
Please take it easy on yourself. Please, let us in.
Easy. Easy, you say. My parents were never easy on me. I was like the son they never wished to have. Or should I say, the prodigal son. I was bright and top class, but I was never applauded. But rather, all attention goes to my younger brother, who was even struggling with study. I studied hard to become a medical doctor, so I can help my father run the family business. Even though I have several offers out of this country, but it was still not enough for them. And that's how I found myself in this mess. A drug addict, an alcoholic. The worst thing is that I can't even keep a relationship or even trust anyone. I hope my parents are happy.
Relationships. What a big scam. My best friend, the one I love, my childhood friend, did the most disgusting thing in this life. He stabbed me at the back The one I have taken as a brother, as a friend, everything about my life. He knows everything. But yet, he killed every trust in me. He came to me with a deal, gave an assurance that it was a good deal, and all vetting has been done. Assured me of the company's good reputation and 25 million contracts as a win-win with a huge profit. I signed because we have been in business for a long time, and I had no reason to doubt my best friend. I got a 17 million loan from my bank to add up to the money and invested it. To my greatest shock and surprise, it was a scam. A scam. Cross, my best friend, disappeared with my money. Everything gone. Now I have nothing left. My business, everything I have worked for, gone down the drain. Because of my friend. Well, the banks came knocking at my door. They took everything from me. When I mean everything, my cars, properties, everything. Took everything from me just because I could not meet up their demands. I almost took my life. Several times, almost committed suicide. But I was saved graciously. Because I think it's not my time yet. The reason why I'm here, it's just for my family. To be a better person. I can never trust any man again.
At least you have a family to live for. As for me, I have none. Well, I belong to a family, so I thought that she should be. Let brotherly love continue. Let love lead. Iron sharpens iron. So does a man sharpening the countenance of his brother. These were our words, but reverse was the case. I think these words only apply to the rich and influential in the church. When I don't go to church, nobody cares. Nobody calls. Nobody even bothered to look for me. But that didn't get to me. It was a height for me. It was a height for me when I lost my brother. My only family. He was all I had. That broke me. That killed me. And nobody from the church came to check on me, to know how I'm faring. Not even my HOD. Abba, what did the low class do? That they can't even matter. They don't even matter in the midst of even the brethren. What did we do? Is it a crime to be a low-class person. Okay. I belong to 2 different departments. Yes. I was an active member in 2 different departments. And you know what? I pay my dues. I pay my dues and every other necessary contribution, even though I struggle to do it, but it was still not enough for the church. And then it was funny. Few months after I left the church, when nobody knew how I was even faring with my life after the death of my only family, I received a message from Sister Rose asking me to contribute to one of the women who lost her mother-in-law. Not even her mother. And then I picked up my phone. I was angry. I was filled with bitterness. I wanted to explode. I called her and I rained all sorts of insults on her. I'm sure she hasn't recovered from that incident. But ever since then, I've not been myself. I've been socially insensible. I've been society withdrawn. I don't talk to people because I don't even know who to trust or talk to. This has withdrawn so many opportunities from me. I don't even know myself anymore. And then as for my faith, I have completely given up. I'm not angry at God, I'm not. But I am angry at the body. And I don't want to start again. It is the same everywhere. I don't want to be hurt again, no.
But I could totally relate with you, Miss Joyce. Trust. Does that word really exist? Or it only exists in the dictionary? Have you ever been humiliated by your family, deserted by your brothers, and even betrayed by your own father and mentor? This was my case. I belong to a church body. I was a very strong and devoted member of this church. I worked in the vineyard of this church. And I was even a leader in the unit of this church. This was my calling, and I had so much love for it. But on this very Sunday, I came to church and I was told that I was summoned by the panel of the church. And I was even stopped to officiate that Sunday for an issue I know nothing about. After facing the panel, I was suspended for a month in this church. At this point, I ran to my father and mentor. I felt he could relate with me. But he didn't. He didn't even give me any listening audience. At that point, I felt so bad. I felt so humiliated and pained. I felt so betrayed by the body of the church. I was this very dedicated brother who is now facing depression because of all of this. A dedicated member of the church, now an outcast and a sinner before other members. The eyes with which the members looked at me was so toxic, like that of an acid. This was so painful. At this point, I felt that the devil has won. Because yes, I could not even attend any church service anymore. This made me lose my faith in the church body. Because right now, I'm facing a lot of depression and loss of faith for the church body. That is why I'm here, because I don't even know what to believe in anymore. I'm so confused and depressed right now.
Mr. Johnson, calm down. Please be calm. From what I hear, it seems an allegation was placed on you. It is well. You all have had your fair share of betrayal, disappointment, offenses. Guess what? So has many. No one is free from this. No one, not even me. I've also had my fair share of all this pain and regrets. But unfortunately for me, the end result was not planned. My husband cheated on me, of which he was sorry for. He told me of the truth and pleaded for months my forgiveness. But of course, I refused. He went ahead to inform our pastor of his errors so he can fix our marriage. But all to no avail. We practically lived in the house as complete strangers. He always drops notes for me before leaving the house for work, and even before bedtime. But I just read and throw off. I wish I had called him immediately that day, or even go to pay him a surprise visit at his office. Yes, he drove into the compound. I waited for him for an hour, but he didn't come in. I stepped out and saw him in the car. I just had a suspicion that he was talking to a woman. I was inside the house for an extra 2 hours. Then I stepped out with anger and I went to the vehicle, to the car, and to my surprise, I saw my husband dead, head down on his wheel. I wish I had come out earlier. So you see, this is me now. The doctor said he had series of heart attack, and they believe that he struggled for over an hour. I just wished I had welcomed him when he came into the compound. I wished I was not too angry with him. I wished I could let go of his errors. They say that if he had been brought into the hospital on time, that he would have survived. My husband would have been here with me, if not because of heaviness. I was at the side of forgiveness, but I refused to give that. I really refused. Forgiveness is food to the soul for both the offender and that who has been offended. Let go, let loose, let free. Ever since then, I have not had anyone in my mind. I wake up each day forgiving, forgiving, forgiving. I couldn't forgive myself for good 3 years until I decided to let go of the pain the guilt, and the blame. It is time. When my husband died, I couldn't forgive myself for 3 good years. Oh, I couldn't let go of the guilt and pain. But I did 3 things, these 3 things. I put down all my pains and offenses, all my guilt. I wrote them down on a piece of paper. Thereafter, I settled my scores with my God, because only Him can take away the deepest pain that we feel. Guess what happened next? I stood up and tore all those pains away and gave myself some words of encouragement, words of affirmation. And that is what made me who I am today and informed me to be a counselor today. So right now, I'm not going to bore you with mine. I want to charge you. Cry if you want to cry. Shout if you want to shout. Let go of that pain. Let go of that anger. Let go of that offenses. Let go of that thing that has turned you to something else, a shadow of yourself. You are not this. You are more than this. Write them down. Write those pains down. As you're writing those pains down, it is relieving you. Write them down right away. For those of you that didn't speak today, don't beat yourself up. I was like that. I couldn't tell myself the truth for several years. I believe next session you'll be able to speak up. For those of you that spoke today, that is the first step. Begin to write them down. Write it, write it, write it. You can wet your paper. Yes. Let your emotions out. That is it. That is it.
No!
That is it. Let it out. Now, begin to settle your scores with your God. Settle it up. Ask Him to relieve you. One thing I know for sure is that God is able to take away the deepest pain. Whatever you feel, He's ready to release your heart. He's ready to restore your joy. He's ready. He's ready to help you. He's ready to take up your hands and lift you up back to your real estate. Now stand up. Praise yourself. Look into those papers and settle your scores with your God. Let go of that pain. God is able to take even the deepest pain away. Yes, that hurts me. Imagine it. He's ready to take your heads down from the deepest pit and place you on the mountaintop. As you're done, leave those papers and tear them. Tear those pains away. It's the past. You are bigger than it. Tear it. That is gone. Can you laugh at it? Can you laugh at it?